You're listening to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
It is Wednesday, August 26th. We have two great stories on deck to share with you today. Excited to share them with you about our friends at Phil's Friends and Christian Friends of New Americans. I think friends is the key term to the common theme this morning on the Coffee Hour. Speaking of friends, we are so grateful for our friends at Concordia University, Wisconsin for your support of the Coffee Hour. Find out more about Concordia University, Wisconsin at cuw.edu.
Live uncommon.
Joining us today is Tony Ciro. He's development manager for Phil's Friends. Tony, thanks for being our guest on the Coffee Hour today.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Tony, what is Phil's Friends? It's been a while since we've chatted about Phil's Friends.
Sure. The mission of Phil's Friends is to introduce and strengthen relationships with Christ by providing, faith-based hope to those with cancer. And what we do is we provide them, cancer patients, a care package that has, comfortable and practical and spiritual items in it, including a Bible. And then we follow that up with, cards of hope for 12 consecutive months. And these cards of hope just have an encouraging message that our volunteers have added to it. And it has, scripture verses on there. And we just want the people to know that we're thinking about them, loving on them, and showing them the love of Christ.
Tell us more about how you are able to share the love of Christ to people who really need to hear it when they're going through difficult situations.
Sure. We in the care packages, we start by the care package that I just mentioned, and that gets our relationship going with the person. And then after that, each month they receive the cards of hope. And in that, those cards of hope, we want them to continue to know that they are being thought of. And so, in that original care package, we not only provide them the Bible, but we also provide them, the message of the gospel, and to let them know that ultimately we want them to know the love of Jesus. And then we also let them know during that time that we're praying for them, that we have a prayer ministry, that we're praying for them as they're going through their journey. And one of the new things that God has put on our heart, and it actually came out of this pandemic, is a new program called Hope on Call.
Tell us more about Hope on Call.
Sure. So Hope on Call is we have a program called Hope to Hospitals. And this was a program where we were actually hand delivering our care packages into the hospitals. And unfortunately, due to the pandemic, that program was put on hold because we couldn't have volunteers going in. And God put it on our heart to start a new mission, a new ministry called Hope on Call. And what this is that we are meeting virtually with the people who have received our care packages and cards of hope. And so we've trained our volunteers to meet virtually with the care package recipients, and we do this via Zoom or phone call. And during these visits, we just have time to talk with the person, listen to whatever the person wants to talk about. And then ultimately, the last thing that we do with them is pray with them. I mean, we hopefully get a chance to pray with them to let them know that the Lord is there and that he loves them. So this is just getting kicked off, and we're really excited about it because the great thing about this program is that our volunteers can be anywhere in the United States, and so can the care package recipient. We could have a volunteer that lives in Maine talking to a care package recipient in California. And so that, the impact that this can have on the cancer patients who are, isolated and feeling alone, to be able to just spend some time with somebody who's just showing them love and willing to listen and pray with them. So we're really excited about it. And like I said, it just got kicked off this month.
Where does it begin? How do you find out about someone who could benefit from a care package and a visit?
Sure. Yeah. So anyone can ask for a care package or request a care package directly on our website. And so if you have a friend, a family, a loved one who is going through cancer, we ask you to please go to our website and just request a care package. And that's where the relationship kicks off. And so we send them out that care package within a week of the request. And so after they receive their care package, we then immediately start sending them out the cards of hope for the next 12 months. And then, after they receive that care package, we're letting them know that we have this Hope on Call program, and they can go right up to our website to select a time to meet with one of our trained volunteers. And so we're leaving that part up to them, to them to, when they're comfortable, and if they want that visit, we just want them to know that we're there, and they can go right to our website and sign up during one of the times that are available.
What kind of difference does this make for our brothers and sisters who are suffering through cancer? What kind of impact does this kind of community and relationship have?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We have found through being in this ministry for 16 years that obviously medicine and doctors play an important role in helping someone going through a cancer journey, but the emotional support that we're able to provide is critical to their journey. And that emotional support, it starts with somebody just walking alongside them and just being present with them and letting them know that they are being thought of and loved. The stories of impact that we get from the people that we serve are incredible. It's amazing how the care package gets there right at the right time. We get messages saying, I just got back from my radiation treatment, and that care package made by all the lovely volunteers was waiting for me at my door. Or, I got back from, I'm going through my chemo treatment, and I received a card, one of your cards of hope, and just the uplifting message made my day. So that emotional support that we're able to provide, we believe, is critical to the person as they're going through their journey. And also just to let them know that, all of these people that they don't know are showing them unconditional love, which is just an incredible part of what we can do as part of what God's put on our heart at Phil's Friends.
You mentioned earlier that volunteers from all over the states can serve with Phil's Friends, particularly with Hope on Call. Are you still seeking more volunteers to serve in this way?
We are. We have a nice group that have signed up already, but we are seeking more volunteers. And just like the people who want to request a visit, the volunteers can also go directly to our website to sign up to be a volunteer. And, the only thing we're asking for from our volunteers is that, that they are comfortable walking alongside someone who is suffering to show them God's love. That's, one of the key things that we want to make sure that they're able to do. We want to make sure that, they're growing spiritually and that they're comfortable having, spiritual conversations and praying with the people that they're meeting with. And then, last, we just want to make sure that they're good listeners and that they're empathetic because, the key part of these calls is going to be listening and just being there with the person. And then, of course, the prayers that we hope that all of the calls end in prayer with the person.
What are some other ways that people can support the work of Phil's Friends?
Yes, we right now we are opening up. We have opened up our Hope Centers. We have a Hope Center both in Roselle and in Crown Point, and we can't have the group sizes that we had before, but we have opened them up, and we're doing things safely and making sure we protect both our volunteers and the people who receive their care packages, so you can volunteer in the Hope Center, but then remotely, one of the main things that you can do remotely is actually do our cards of hope. All of our cards of hope templates are right on our website, and so anywhere in the U.S., somebody can print out those cards of hope and decorate them, put in a nice uplifting message for the recipient, and actually even add their own Bible verse if they like directly to it. Those cards of hope we send out each month, and we're sending out over 4,000 of those cards of hope each month. So we're always in need of those cards. So that's something definitely they can do remotely. And then, the main thing they can do remotely for us is request a care package. Every time that we send a message out to volunteers, to donors, to recipients, it's just to make sure that they know that they can always request a care package for somebody else who's going through cancer. So those are some of the main ways that they can help us remotely.
And I understand you have an event coming up as well, that ways that we can support as well.
We do. Yeah, thank you. We normally have a large gala in November, and it's usually an in-person gala here in the Chicagoland area. But this year, because of the pandemic, we're actually going virtual with our gala. So it's going to be on September 25th at 7 p.m. And it's going to be, we're going to spend time, it's going to be about a half hour. We're going to spend time talking about, what our ministry is all about, how God is using the Phil's Friends volunteers and the employees to serve people with cancer. And so we're going to talk a little bit about Hope on Call, some of our other initiatives. And then, of course, since it is a gala, if people are so moved, they'll have the ability to donate as well. But we hope that now that we're going virtual with this gala, that we can get people across the U.S. to join us that night and to learn, if they don't know about our ministry, to learn about it. If they do know about our ministry, to learn a little bit more about what's been going on and how God's been blessing this ministry.
A virtual gala sounds ideal. I don't have to dress up, and I don't even have to go. I could stay at home. It's fantastic.
That's exactly right. We actually been talking about that as a team. Is like, because some of the team members will be as part, obviously that night as part of the agenda. And so one guy was talking about should he put on one of those fake tuxedo T-shirts to make it look like it still is a gala, but. But you're absolutely right. Anybody can wear, you can wear whatever you want and just tune in and learn about our ministry.
Although I suppose we could all make it more fun and everybody get dressed up while connecting online to join the virtual gala.
yeah, you could do that as well. It's totally your choice. Yeah, totally your choice.
Tony, where can we find out more information about the gala as well as the work of Phil's Friends today?
Thank you. It's you can go right to our website, which is www.philsfriends.org, and on that website you can RSVP and sign up for our gala, and then you can learn about all of our programs and how you can get involved, and obviously you can also go there directly to request a care package as well.
Very good. Tony Ciro is our guest today, Development Manager for Phil's Friends. Thank you so much for joining us on the Coffee Hour today.
Thank you, both of you, for having me. I appreciate it.
You're listening to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.